The most unprofessional thing I've ever witnessed on set. I'm gonna pass on that one. The weirdest gift I've ever gotten from a fan. We're gonna pass on that one. The sexiest or most revealing costume I've ever worn. I don't think sexy is gonna, but revealing, yes. When you do a let's call it partially nude or nude scene, the guys, we get this thing, I call it a marble bag. Oh, this is most awkward interview question. You put yourself in the marble bag, cinch it up, and then hopefully it fits. I'm in this scene with a wonderful lady that I've just met, and we're going to insinuate that we're going to get together. They bring me to set first because the guy gets to come to set first. I'm in my robe with my marble bag, and I get on the bed and I wrap the sheet around me, and I'm now waiting for this incredible, wonderful actress, and she was phenomenal. She was fantastic. But I'm sitting there for a while, a long while. Free Willy, almost. It's not the full crew, there's a gorilla crew, but it's still a bunch of people where I'm like, sup? Finally, the lady says, you can go back to your trailer, the AD. And I was like, oh, what happened after 45 minutes of that? We were gonna do body to body, so I'd be holding her with just, side boob type thing only, and that was in her contract. Well, they had decided to ask her at that point to do more. And she had said no, and then they were pressuring her. This is back in the day. They were pressuring her and she said no, and finally it got to the point where she said, you know what? Big no. I love that because that's, of course she should stand up for herself, and that's completely unfair of them. It turns out that I didn't have to marble bag at all. I got to go put my jeans on, and she wore a bra, and then I just was taking the bra strap out as we dropped out of frame. There was a good 45 minutes of me being just there for everyone. Yeah. Marble bags are fun. Marble bags are fun. What is the craziest direction you've ever received? I didn't get this direction. I just happened to be at Video Village. And there's this young actor, an incredibly handsome young man, very green, super talented, but just green, still working his way through the process. And Peter DeLuise, and I feel like this is a hopefully funny story about Peter DeLuise, and who doesn't have one, because that guy's hilarious. He's meant to get this kid to, he's gone through a little bit of a thing with his best friend. And so he's got to be troubled by this incident. He's going to be trying to figure out what's going on. Then he's got to be affected by it. And then he's going to have to try and see how he can reconcile this thing. And it's just a close up on him in this giant auditorium. Peter's not quite getting what he wants, and he's got the blowhorn because we're a long ways away. And he goes, okay, hang on, roll cameras. All right, you with me? You got me? Okay, here we go, kid. I want you to try and divide 1,234 by 57. Cool, now stare at your crotch. And now try to read the sign on the far door. And cut, print, moving on. That's the best direction I've ever seen. And on camera, I'm at Video Village, and I'm watching the frame, and it is magic. This kid, because obviously handsome as heck, really talented, it's gold. I'm telling you, it's absolute gold. I'm like, Peter, can you make me that look like that good? And he said no. So, moving on. The most inappropriate thing someone asked me to do in an audition was, I'm gonna tell that story. I'm starting out in England. I'm going out for commercials, primarily trying to get my feet wet and figure out what's going on. This was for a diver, for a Guinness commercial. I do love me some Guinness. I go into the audition with some other fellas, and they're sitting around and roped. I sign in, they said, oh, can you just go strip down to your underwear and put a robe on? So I stripped down to my underwear, put the robe on, sit down with some other fellas. We're kind of looking at each other like, hey. And we go into the room, and the casting director happens to be this incredibly attractive young lady, same age as me. And so it's a bit awkward because she says, can you just stand on the mark and lose the robe? Yeah, I can. I dropped the robe, and now I'm standing in front of this woman that I think is incredibly attractive in my underwear. And she says, can you put your arms over your head and do a 360 for me? And she goes, thank you very much, Dan. Are you available Friday? Being new to things, I go, oh, for a callback? No. And I'm also naive. as well as green. And I was like, oh, not for, I didn't know what to do at that moment. I'm gonna put the robe on just in case things happen. I don't know. It was awkward as heck. I didn't go for that date. My agent said it would be bad. I didn't understand. She was hot. I don't know. All right.